Pav, you listen to Hamza Ahmed. Hamza Ahmed changed my life. I'll pull up a video. Just a video of me just existing. 2 years ago, I was what you would call a Jeffrey. This is what Hamza calls people like me 2 years ago. Jeffreys are people who actually are kind of worthless, a waste of space in the earth. They have no social skills, no social life. They have no actual skills, no bitches, no accomplishments, no ambition. People who just consume. Like me, all I would do, literally every day when I come home from school, I would consume content, jerk off to porn, and that was it. That was my day. I would not go out with friends, have fun. No. No. I didn't have friends. No. Or people I would call friends in school maybe, but, you know, I would never meet them outside of school. Hamza changed that all for me. 2 years ago, roughly 2 years ago, maybe a little longer, on a random day of consuming content, I came across this video about NoFap. For the first time, I learnt about the idea of self-improvement. The idea that no matter who you are, where you are, what position you are in life, you can go to the top. You see, most of us had this kind of nihilist belief that if you're a certain way, you cannot change. You will stay like that forever, and that's what I thought. I thought I would stay like that forever. But when I saw that video, for the first time in my life, I felt hope. He opened my eyes, because there was something inside of me that said I needed to move. I needed to start making something, making progress in anything in life, anything. I just didn't know how to, or I needed someone to tell me that it was possible. And he gave me that chance. If we fast forward 2 years from then, this is me now I'm 16 years old now. I have this physique, which I'm pretty proud of. I have a social life that I built from nothing, social skills as well. I can pull bitches now, even though I pulled nothing before. I literally started at level 1. I started at level 1. I don't know what level I am now, but Hamza changed my perspective on life forever. Now, this video is not to praise Hamza. If you're watching this, Hamza, I recommend you watch this through. This is not to praise Hamza. Of course, if you're watching this, I love you. I'm grateful for you. Eternally grateful. I want to make this video because Hamza, if you listen to Hamza, like seriously, I'm not joking. If you listen to Hamza, you're guaranteed to have success in life. If you listen to Hamza, watch a few of his videos and actually apply what he says in your life, you're gonna see progress. You've probably tried to apply principles that other people say online. Has it ever worked? Like, really be honest with yourself. Has it ever worked? Maybe a few things. But most of it hasn't, right? Most of it hasn't. With Hamza, it's different. I don't know how he has these ideas. He just does. And that advice always works. I'm making this a video to encourage all of you to just shut up and listen to him. Because I'm the living proof that if you just listen to his advice, you can become... I'll literally pull up another video of me just existing. Look at my face, look at my glasses, look at my hair, look at my style. If you just look at him, if you look at this old video of me, you can see that I was kind of a waste of space on this earth just by looking at me. Thanks to Hamza, I now have ambition, I have goals. I've achieved my goals, a lot of them. And right now, I'm trying to achieve my next biggest goal, to become the greatest self-improvement creator, surpass Hamza. And I know by making this video, I'm basically putting myself down. Literally just listen to Hamza. Fuck everything else. Just listen to him. If you want progress in life, listen to him. If you want progress with women, listen to him. Social life, listen to him. Business, listen to him. That's all you need to do. It's a cheat code. And he gives most of his shit out for free. Of course, you can join his paid program. That will also be fine. I'll also obviously give you a way more insight on what self-improvement, advice he has. But seriously, if you just, you don't even have to have his paid programs. I've actually never, even though I'm this much of a fan of him, I actually haven't bought one of his programs yet because I'm kind of broke. Right now, I'm obviously trying to make money with this video. But even though I haven't bought any of his products, I've still made this much progress. I wonder how much progress I'll make once I buy one of his programs. I wonder, the free stuff he gives, I achieve so much. I wonder what it would be like with the paid stuff. Now, obviously, I probably haven't convinced you that yet, because there's a lot of hate around Hamza for a couple reasons. First of all, in his videos, he comes across as an asshole. He basically is narcissistic in his videos. He puts other people down, calling them a pussy for doing something that he hasn't said, which most likely is sadly true. Even though he doesn't actually kind of support the argument most of the time, it's true most of the time that these other people who critique him are pussies. Now, the reason why he comes off as an asshole is because he gives the bitch slap approach to giving advice. He doesn't give the diplomatic approach where he says, oh, I understand where you are, but you need to do this. No, he just says, you're a pussy, do this. And that comes across as an asshole, narcissistic. The thing is, it works. And if you don't watch it because of that, then you're also a pussy, I can't lie. The second reason is because he changes his opinion very, very often. Very often. Today he would have opinion on, I don't know, business or something. 3 weeks later, he's going to change that opinion. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But the thing is, I've never heard someone actually give reasons why that's a bad thing. Do you know what you call a person who doesn't change his opinion and defends his opinion blindlessly, no matter what, for the rest of his life? What do you call that person? You call that person radicalized. You call that person an extremist. And Hamza is not extremist. Hamza, the way he does things, changes his opinion, is kind of close to a democracy, right? If you think about it. In a democracy, any opinion is allowed. Opinions are allowed to be challenged. The government is allowed to be challenged. And this is the only way that we have achieved peace. Well, somewhat peace in the last almost 90 years since the World War II. Do you know what happens when someone is radicalized? You get people like Hitler, Stalin. That's what you get. That's what you get. If you're radicalized in your opinion and you don't change it at all. That's what happens. Of course, there's some things that you don't need to change your opinion on, obviously. Like, the color of oranges are orange, That's a fact, okay? But obviously, the more complex topics, if you keep your opinion on that for the rest of your life, I guarantee you're going to stay stuck. And that's probably the thing that I respect the most about Hamza. I actually haven't appreciated this. But probably just for the last few months, I actually realized that Hamza changing his opinion is his best quality. He's not afraid to challenge his opinion. And by that, he's literally helping us. By that, he's fixing the weak points in his advice. And then he makes a new video about it, saying, okay, for example, probably just a year ago, he advocated to prioritize your health over everything. Because he believed then that if you prioritize your life, You prioritize your health over everything. That basically your business will, because you're getting better sleep, better mental health, you will succeed in your, I don't know, your business or your whatever. But just recently, he was not afraid to challenge his opinion, and he said that health maxing or prioritizing your health actually doesn't do much for you, especially when you're young. If you want success in your work, prioritizing your health is not going to be it. It's literally prioritizing work. If you want more results out of work, you need to work more. It's logical. If you want, if you want more results out of work, you need to work more. Of course, with other things, that's not the case. Like if you want more muscle, training longer is not going to do it, right? But that's something else. But work, if you want work is different. If you want more results at work, you need to work more. Just 2 years ago, he said that if you prioritize your sleep, get 8 hours of sleep every night of quality sleep, that your business will succeed. But he admitted that in the last year or so that his business completely plateaued. He's earning like 100k every month. I mean, everybody would want that, right? But imagine staying stuck in whatever life. Like imagine staying with the same physique. I'm proud of my physique, but if I stay like this, it would be so frustrating, right? And he was not afraid to challenge his opinion, and look where the problem was. And he realized that he was just not working hard enough. And lately, he has basically been minimizing his health, not obviously making it worse, but basically putting it to the bare minimum, and then just working as hard as possible. That's one example of how great this aspect of him is. Changing his opinion over time. That is not a bad trait. That is called adapting. That's called adapting. That is called adapting. That's just being smart. Like, for example, in the fitness space, if you're a gym bro, the science-based community was so they were advocating the stretch. If you're not going in deep in the stretch, you're not going to build significant muscle. I hope you know this now, but the stretch is not the reason that, there were some studies, right? And they compared some range of motions where the guy did a more stretched position and the guy just cut it here. The thing is, they interpreted it wrong. It was not because of the stretch. It's because of the extra range of motion. Like, because the guy stopped here, like, he was doing a bicep curl, for example, right? One guy went all the way over here, one guy stopped here. It was not because of the stretch, it was because of the range of motion. And we found that out by comparing it instead of just cutting the range of motion short. They would compare two people, actually the same people, but on different sides of the body. So one guy who does this range of motion on the bicep curl, the shortened range of motion, and the guy who does the lengthened range of motion, who basically goes all the way stretch and just does this. They compared it, and they realized that it was not the stretch, it was just the range of motion that made a difference. If the people who did these studies kept the same opinion, we would all be hyper focusing on the stretch when it may be even making our progress worse. Like, indirectly speaking. Because these people were not afraid to challenge their opinion and see that the stretch wasn't actually the reason, we have realized that the stretch isn't that important. You can do your shortened partials and it'll be fine. You don't have to do your lengthened partials. You can do your short partials if you want to, and you'll basically get the same growth. See, if we didn't challenge our opinion, if these people didn't challenge their opinion, like Jeff Nippard was also, he had big girthy balls, and he was able to challenge his opinion, and he realized that the stretch wasn't all that it was just the range of motion, really. And people hate Hamza because he changes his opinion. It doesn't make sense. That's the best quality he has. I can't lie. If someone were to ask me, what do you like most about Hamza? I wouldn't say it's because he helped me, like, come from there to here. No. I wouldn't say it's because he gives us the bitch slap approach. No. Because he has brown skin. No. I would say because he's not afraid to change his opinion. He's not afraid to challenge it. And this is the reason why I'm making this video. I just want you guys to listen to it. That's it. And as a guy, as I explained earlier, challenging your opinion is the greatest aspect you can have. The greatest skill. It's literally a skill. That's a sad thing. It's a skill to challenge your opinion. Listen to his advice. Type in Hamza Ahmed and type in, like, after that, the thing that you want to know about. Fitness related, relationship, social life related, or business related. You want to know how to text a bitch? Search up Hamza Ahmed. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, Ahmed. I'm just going to say Ahmed because I don't know. Hamza Ahmed, how to text girls. I guarantee he has a video on that. Click on it, listen to his advice, apply it, and I guarantee you'll see the result. Obviously, if the video is older, he might have changed his opinion, which is why you should also mostly look at his newer videos, because he's changed his opinion on even like the older videos with like the outdated advice. That's still going to work, but it'll obviously be better if you listen to his newer advice because you realize his weak points. If someone were to ask me, what would guarantee your success in life? I wouldn't say discipline. I wouldn't say motivation. The people in my life. No, I would say listen to Hamza Ahmed and me, because yes, I only listen to Hamza Ahmed, but I also listen to myself, and it has also worked for me. Literally, like, most of the things that I believe in and most things that I do is because of Hamza Ahmed, and I'm basically passing it on to you. And not only am I passing literally his advice, I get his advice, I pass it on to you in my words, but I actually improve it because I realize the weak points earlier than him, because I basically apply it right away. Because obviously the advice Hamza gives is because he did it, but probably not in the way that he actually did it. Like, when I give advice, I don't give it exactly how I did it. I would change a few aspects because I think it would be better. Like, if I could go back, I don't know, a couple months ago and then, I don't know, approach the cutting season better in my physique, I would say this and this. But if I actually apply it, I might realize the weak point in that. And by me applying his advice all the time, I realized like weak points that he didn't realize yet. For example, one of his newest concepts is the idea of an extreme season on self-improvement. So the idea is there's a couple aspects in self-improvement. Your social life, which goes under like male friends and women. You have your fitness and you have your work. So that's basically the three main things of self-improvement, right? The idea is if you hyper-focus on one of these aspects and minimize the other two, the progress you'll make will be exponentially way more than if you were to just balance everything out. So what, for example, Hamza's doing right now, he has minimized his fitness goals to basically the bare minimum, and his his social life goals to the bare minimum. He doesn't really meet friends anymore, or meet them at all, and he basically goes to the gym once a week. And he's just going all day and work, like 13 hours a day, just work. And I've seen his progress, and I'm really grateful at the fact he's working this much, because I get to watch Hamza videos every couple of days, because usually he would release a video every couple of weeks, but now he's releasing it every couple of days. It's like, wow. And he's seen the progress himself, like in a month or a couple of months, he went from 100k, and I think he's making 160k right now. I mean, imagine that, earning an extra $60,000. You can't even imagine that. You probably don't even make $60,000 a year. Neither do I, of course. But that's basically his newest concept, right? And I actually did agree with it, because I didn't know I was applying this concept already. But I would say at the start of February, I decided, before that, I decided that I wanted to go all in fitness, because before that, I had an elbow injury. I lost a lot of muscle. I had to take 6 months off, and eventually I healed it. And I just wanted to get that muscle back and go way further than that as soon as possible. So I cut out the drinking with my friends. I cut out just going out with them in general and having like late nights and not having quality sleep. So I literally went all in on fitness. All in. And I saw so much progress, bro. I literally blew up so fast. First of all, because of muscle memory, obviously. Like, I had a decent amount of muscle, and I lost it. And because of muscle memory, I got that back really fast. And I went way further than that. So I was indirectly doing it. Well, not indirectly, I was doing it. But I didn't realize, like, what I was actually doing. And until Hamza actually came up with the concept itself. But the weak point that I've seen in this this concept is the fact that you need to focus on one thing at a time. You minimize the other things and you just do one thing. It's because, basically, the argument behind it is that there's always more work to do. The reason why we balance out everything is because in a day we believe that we can only do so much, which is true. But Hamza's argument was there's always more work to do. But then I saw the weak point. Okay, yes. Work in the sense of actual work, like doing your business. There's always more work to do in your business, yes. But fitness and social life, I've made so much progress by balancing those two. There's only so much you can do in fitness. If you're working out fucking 8 hours a day, you know, you're gonna basically regress because you're not giving your body time to recover. There's only so much protein you can eat. There's only so many calories you can avoid / eat. Like, depending if you're in a surplus or a deficit, there's only so much you can do there. There's only so much you can sleep to recover. There's only so much you can actually do in fitness every day. And the same as the social life. You're not gonna fucking socialize half of the day. No, you're gonna only socialize like a couple hours maybe. You're not gonna go 24 hours just socializing, no. But the thing is, you can actually go 24 hours just working. Obviously you'll be sleep deprived, but let's say that sleep wasn't, for some reason, we didn't have the sleep. We could work every day, every minute, for years on end, and there would still be work. Obviously, if we did that every day, like every minute we just worked, eventually there would literally be no work. But obviously we still need to sleep, still need to do this, still need to eat, you know, all those breaks considered, there would still be a lot of work for like decades. This argument applies to actual work, like just getting your business or whatever. That applies to work, that is true. But to other aspects, that doesn't apply. Your fitness and your social life. There's literally, in these aspects of self-improvement, there's only so much you can do. And I realized that. So I was like, well, I'm not going to just focus on socializing. I can't lie. I thought about that and it kind of repulsed me. Like, I'm just going to socialize all the time. I would look like a fucking, I can't even imagine. Like, when I imagine that, I think of really disgusting, like, smelly people who drink every day and vape. So basically, I found that weak point. And because of that, I was able to share it to you in one of my other videos. I forgot. I don't think I've even uploaded yet. I'm basically on the work extreme season. But I've also, ironically, found a way to even get fitness in. And still upload like every 2-3 days. I don't know how. Like, I'm basically uploading as often as Hamza. And I still have like 9 unedited videos. Like, by the time I upload this video I'm making, it'll probably be 2-3 weeks before I upload this. Which, I've thought about it, and if Hamza's working 13 hours a day and basically uploading at the same pace as me, I wonder how many fucking videos he still has unedited. Like, damn. It's like, I'm basically in my part of self-improvement. This is also another concept Hamza's made. You basically have level 1 is self-improvement, and you have level 2. Level 1 is basically basic self-improvement, where you've socializing, women, and fitness. And just good mental health and stuff. And then the level 2 of self-improvement is business. All of that. I would consider myself, I thought I was in level 2, but I think I'm still at level 1. There's still some things that I could improve. But the thing is, in level 1, there's still only so much you can do, as we said earlier. Fitness and socializing, there's only so much you can do there. Might as well still get that extra time and apply this to my business. That's what I do. On the weekends, there's only so much fitness and, I still have school, right? Summer holidays is approaching, so I can let you go all in on content creation now for the next only 6 weeks. But I'm gonna do so much in these 6 weeks, right? On the weekend, there's only so much socializing and fitness I can do, so I'm gonna spend these hours doing I'm gonna spend these hours working on my channel, right? It's logical. Of course, I'm not gonna make as near as much progress. I probably doubt it, but I still have literally unedited videos. Not because I'm lazy, no, because I there's no point in editing it. First of all, there's no space on my iPad. I edit it on my iPad and stuff. There's no space on that, so I can't edit it all at once. I can only edit like two, 3 videos at a time, right? So I still even have like edited videos that are done, but I still haven't uploaded them yet, all of them. I'm going to upload one today, obviously. It's been like 2 days since I uploaded last, so I'm going to upload another one. And yeah. So if I were to summarize this video, the reason why I made this video is to realize that Hamza's not bad, and that you should literally just listen to him and me, because I basically apply Hamza's advice. I can basically get his advice, apply it, give it to you in my own words, and I can also point out the weak points that he didn't mention, that he'll probably mention a few weeks later, but I basically get to it earlier because I apply his advice. Yeah, I hope you learned something.